How are you? Hope you are all safe. I, Gulshan, your English tutor, welcome you to Mahila Samaja online digital classes. Subject English, topic What is a tale? 6th standard, continuation, part 3. So, students, this is our continuation part 3 of the chapter What is a Tale, written by R.K. Narayan. So, as in the first part, I told you what is the full form R.K. Narayan and how many novels he wrote. He got so many awards also. So I think you had carefully listened to the previous two videos and have learned everything what is taught in those two video classes, online class. Now let's continue with the next part of the story. I will read the text. Please, I will read the paragraph. Please listen carefully. It was the English period presided over by Vedanayagam. He was reading the story of an old man who planted trees for posterity. Students, yes, posterity means future generation and was paid 10 rupees by a king. Not a word reached Swaminathan's brain in which there was only dull pain and vacuity. So here vacuity means emptiness. Okay, vacuity means emptiness. If he had been questioned, he would have blundered and would have had to spend the rest of the house standing on the bench. But his luck was good. So we all know that the bell had already rung. That means rung in the sense means it's a past participle form of rang. And Swami was sitting with a red face. As I showed you in the last class, the Swaminathan was sitting on the bench. His cheeks has become red. The next period was English and was taken by Vedanayangam. He was the English tutor for the Swaminathan. He was reading the story of an old man who planted the trees for growth and happiness and was paid 10 rupees by the king. So as he planted the trees, so because of his sacrifice, the king paid him 10 rupees. Not even one word entered the Swaminathan's mind, which was taught by the teacher because he was dull, he was not concentrating in the class. Okay, his face was very dull, just he was sitting in the classroom physically but mentally he was absent in that period. So vacuity means lack of thought of intelligence. Nothing was there in her mind. The mind was blind, blocked, and he was sitting and seeing the classroom here and there. If the teacher would ask Swaminathan a question, he would have told nonsense and would remain to stand for the rest of the class, standing on the bench. So, but his luck was good. He was not questioned. As you know that the teacher will be doing the lesson in the classroom, and after the completing of the lesson, the teacher will ask the question. So, he was thinking that if any question was asked to me, so I was not able to answer as I had not concentrated in the lesson. So, whole period I should stand on the bench as a punishment. So, his luck was very good that he was not asked any question. So, now let's go to the second paragraph. See, he was sitting on the bench. You can see here. So now, the period was over. He was walking home alone, rather slowly with a troubled heart. Somu was going a few yards in front of him. Swaminathan cried out, Somu, 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 won't you stop? Somu stopped till the other came up. After a brief silence, Swaminathan inquired. So here quiet means vibrate. What is the matter with you fellows? So Swaminathan here, as the English period was over and Swaminathan walking all her alone, slowly with a worried heart. So Swaminathan was moving. So Somu was also moving the same way. So he called. Somu was a few yards in front of him. So Somu was in front of him, few yards away. Here, yard is also a unit of measurement like the feet. You can see. So Swami shouted and called the Somu a few times, but Somu didn't reply. Somu stopped still. Swami came near him after silence. Called Somu, Somu. So after a silence, he came to Somu. After silence for some time, Swami quiet spoke with nervousness and asked, "What is the matter with you fellows?" Fellows means here boys. Okay. So he's asking, "What is the matter? Why you are not speaking with me? Why you are ignoring me?" He asked the Somu. He asked the Somu. So, nothing very particular, replied Somo. By the way, may I inform you that you have earned a new name, the tail, Rajam's tail. To be more precise, we aren't good enough for you, I believe, but you can everyone be a son of a police superintendent. With that, he was off. So here nothing particularly, said Somu. By the way, let me inform you that you have got a new name. So Somu he is telling the Swami that nothing, particularly nothing, it was there. So just we have kept a new name that is a Rajam's tail. I think we are good friends for you, but how can everyone be the friend of the son of the police superintendent? And Somu went away after telling this. So Somu told that Swami was given a new name that is Raja's tail. By hearing he felt very bad. Somu went away. So the next para was, this was probably Swaminathan's first shock in life. It paralyzed all his mental process. When his mind started working again, he faintly wondered if he had been dreaming. The stage Somu, the genial Somu, the uncle Somu, was it the same Somu that he had talked to him a few minutes ago? What was wrong in liking and going about with Raja? Why did it make them so angry? So this was the one of the first shock of the Swami's life. He stopped all the mental activities. It stopped all the mental activities of Swami when his brain started working again. He was thinking that was dreaming. How can the Somu, that is a state Somu, friendly Somu, and Uncle Somu was same Somo that he was speaking to him, now he has changed a lot. So that he was thinking that the thought was wrong about liking and going behind Rajam. He wondered what made his friends angry about that. So making friends with the police superintendent's son is not a bad thing. Why all those boys are thinking that I am a tail to Rajam? He thought very politely and he got very angry about it. So now let's go for the another para. He went home, flung his coat, cap, and books on the table, gulped down the cold coffee that was waiting for him, and sat on the pile. Vacantly gazing into the dark intricacies of the gutter that adorned Vinayaka Mudali Street. A dark volume of water was rushing along. Odd pieces of paper, leaves, and sticks were floating by. A small piece of tin was gently skimming along. Swaminathan had an impulse to plunge his hand in and pick it up, but he let it go. His mind was inert. He watched the shining bit float away. It was now at the end of the compound wall. Now it had passed under the tree. So see. So he went home, flung his coat and cap and kept his books on the table. So he removed his coat and cap and kept it on the table, drank his cold coffee which was waiting for him and sat on the pile. Okay. So pile means a chair or sofa like thing. He was staring into the dark things of the gutter. So gutter is a thing that dirty water will be flowing, no? So there he was, the decorated Vinayaka Mudaliya street. A dark amount of water was moving in it. So you know the drainage water moving. So he saw that one. Unusual pieces of paper, leaves and sticks were floating in it. So many unwanted things will be floated in the gutter. In the same way, he saw those things floating in the floating in it. So in that gutter, he saw a piece of tin was gently moving in it. Swami wanted to put his hand into the gutter and pick it up. So the small sort of tin was moving in the gutter. He wanted to pick it up, but he let it go. His mind was inert or absent. He wanted to take that one from the gutter, but again his mind was absent because of that nickname he got. So he wanted to let it go. He was watching the shiny little piece of tin to float away. It was at the end of the compound wall and now the tree. So the gutter was also moving and so the gutter, water and the tin along with floating with that, it moved to the tree. Okay, so I will stop here children. Hope you understand the chapter so far. So I will revise once again in your home. Watch the video. So now let's move on to the glossary section. So glossary section precise means accurate, state means sober, pearl means similar to veranda or a perch, intricacies means details, inert, unable to think, rapture, intense pleasure, posterity, future generation. Okay. So now let's go to the watch out section and study about the grammar. In grammar, we'll punctuation. Punctuation means it's a mark or a sign inserted before or after words to show how a sentence should be read. So a sentence with punctuation marks used incorrectly or omitted creates confusion for the reader. So without proper punctuation you are not able to read the sentences, whether it's comma, full stop, question mark, whatever it may be. So there are 14 marks, so you can have it here: question marks, exclamation marks, full stop, commas, semicolon, brackets, colon, dash, hyphen, braces, apostrophe, quotation mark and ellipses. So detailedly I will teach you about this 14 punctuation marks in the okay. So now children, go for the home assignment. Take the home assignment questions. The questions are as follows. Try to write the answers by watching these videos and submit your answers in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So home assignment questions are as follows. What did Swaminathan think about the activity of the children? This answer you may get in the first video. Children in the infant standards. Okay. Why were his friends angry with the Swaminathan? Where was the water gushing along? Where did Swaminathan sat? Okay. So hope you all will do the given homework and submit in the WhatsApp group. Meet you in the next class, the continuation part of this chapter, part 4. Till then, take care. Bye. Have a good day.